Alright. Coffee has been achieved. Let's do this thing.
Do you absolutely love cats? Welcome to Cute Avalanche, your virtual interactive cat cafe. Get your daily dose of cute every day. We're live right now. We foster kittens all year round and live stream 24/7. Our goal is to make Los Angeles a no-kill city. We volunteer through Kitten Rescue LA and save dozens of cats and kittens every year. Subscribe now and share our foster journey right here.
Did I lose y'all? You're still with me. Cool. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the Caturday morning community chat. If you haven't seen humans on cam before, Caturday morning, I am Sam. My wife Amanda will be joining me in a few minutes. We foster kittens. We've been fostering for about 3 years. What's up, Evan? Yeah, we do multi-stream. I'll get to that in a second. Our current litter is the Shelbys, and we'll introduce them a little bit. Oh, these prompts are too fast. Yeah, we multicast on about a dozen different platforms, so if I reply to comments you don't see, that's why, and if I miss yours, I apologize. Your best bet is to join us on some of the biggest platforms: Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, Periscope, Good Game, stuff like that. Did I miss any good ones? No, I think I got them all. And yeah, we do these chats 4 times a week, Saturday mornings around 10 a.m. Been a little lax lately. We've been a little closer to half hour, 10 and a half. Yeah, Saturday mornings 10 a.m., Mondays around noon, which is pretty much hold fast. I'm pretty good at that one. Tuesday and Thursday evenings around 9 or 9:30, and those are all Pacific Standard Times because we are based in Los Angeles. So yes, these kittens are fosters. They will be available for adoption in a couple of weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, in the Los Angeles area. So without further ado, your resident kittens. Right here in the bowl, this is the white one with a small smudge of gray right on his head. That's Tommy. That is Ada. And let's look around here. Down over on under the captions is Polly, and who just climbed on the bed, but you can't see him, is Arthur. There he is. He just came into view. So those are the Shelbys, named after the Peaky Blinders show, which is fantastic. There we go. We got them all. Shark, bed, and the shark who is not named. How's it going, Uterson? Oh, this is too warm. Need something in between this and that. They're not getting up here, so I can put that up there. Yeah, we do these chats to give updates on the kittens and their progress and stuff like that, but also allow our community to ask any questions they may have about the kittens or fostering or why that light box is flickering. It's an illusion. Or anything. So feel free to ask any questions, and thanks for joining us. Amanda should be in the room soon because I don't have a whole lot of updates that I can think of right now, but let me see. Thanks for everyone who's out there hosting or liking the stream. And if you haven't already, host the stream, even if it's to no one. I don't know, that doesn't do anything. Oh yeah, alright, let's see. So we just got these guys in on Wednesday. We don't really have any background information whatsoever. Kitten Rescue reached out to Amanda and was like, we have a bunch of different litters. They had like 4. They sent a couple pictures over, and this was the one that Amanda had her heart set on because she's been wanting to foster white kittens for a while because we've just never have. We've had calico, we've had tons of tabbies. But yeah, so this is like a kitten bucket list thing. Your kittens get me through the day. That's awesome, Omaha. We're glad. We really like sharing our kitten journey here, our foster journey, and hearing all the people who find some sort of relaxation or otherwise, or man, I am so not awake. I apologize in advance. for my ramblings. Hey, Thomas over on Facebook, how you doing? I love your little kittens and very cute looking. Have a wonderful weekend today. You too. Thank you, Thomas. Good to see you again. But yeah, I love hearing all those stories. There's so many people who have reached out and been like, I have like chronic this or chronic that, and this really helps relax me or get me out of that mood or anything like that. So we're really glad to share the cuteness with everyone. I'm really glad to share this coffee with my mouth. But yeah, please feel free to ask any questions. Where's the fourth one? Oh, here we go. So yeah, let's see. The story is we have no information about where they came from or how they basically got to kitten rescue. But from there, they came to us on Wednesday. They were a little infested with fleas and underweight. And they had some eye gook happening. But, then they came to us. We gave them, they had already been given, I believe, flea and worm meds. So that whole thing was basically on the down tick. Probably not the right word to use, down tick. Yeah, that was already on the mend when they headed to us. So when they finally got here, we gave them some pretty thorough baths to kind of like get rid of all of that, which Amanda could talk about more. I did have the stream on there, not actual ticks. Damn it, Sparkle. Hey, I meant to clip out that bit. I don't know if I can get to it anymore. But yes, we did do baths on a live stream. I never got to see them myself because I was so busy that day for work. But yeah, they went from sort of a matted, dirty to fluffing out. We're in California. We're in Los Angeles County. And we've been treating their eyes with coming some meds. Hang on. Yeah. All right. Do you have any actual cat updates?
Cats are cute.
This just in.
I don't know.
Okay. I was kind of recapping from Wednesday to now.
I started them on a Moxie because they were so sneezy and their
Okay.
noses were runny.
Yeah, okay. Queen Maud over on YouTube asks, is there a way to distinguish the white ones? So,
Kind of.
it's probably
Subtle.
really hard to see on camera.
Yeah.
So for one's a boy and one's a girl, so if you have really good vision, you could figure that out. The boy does, he is a little bigger, so if they're side by side, you might be able to tell. But the easiest way, and I don't know how easy it is going to be on camera, because they're very, like, it's such a slight thing, but he has this gray mark right here. And that's actual pigment. It's not dirt. He's not just dusty, dirty kitty. Also, a disdain for life. He just looks at me like, no, put me down. Yeah, so you can tell, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Is really just that little gray mark. I feel like her ears are pointier.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, her ears are, I feel like they're closer together. Like they kind of point up, whereas his point out.
Yeah.
And she has a little bit of hair.
Yeah, she has like
little
at
hair
the ends
tips.
of her ears.
Yeah.
Let's see if she'll let me pick
That's
her up.
probably hard to see on camera as well.
Yeah. Oh, she's so soft.
She's the softest,
Oh my gosh.
for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, but you can see her ears are just a little bit pointier and have like some tufts at the end. And she's part lemur. No. Yeah. But yeah, otherwise they are very similar looking. I don't know if you guys can see on the camera so well, but they are bi-eyed, so one eye is blue and the other is a very muted green. I wonder if it'll get brighter as they grow or anything. It's so dark. So yeah, those were Tommy and Ada, the white ones. Tommy was the boy, obviously. And this is Arthur, which Sparkle, that emote you made of him is awesome. And Polly. Ace asks, is it normal for kittens' eyes to be so different like that?
It's normal with, it's not normal, but it's more common with white cats. It usually doesn't happen with any other coloring. It's normally just white cats or maybe like a pointed, you know, like a lynx point or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, with white cats, it's pretty common with white cats, and or it's more, yeah, and it's also common for them to be deaf as well.
Oh.
But I don't think these guys are.
Yeah. Yeah, white cats do tend to have a lot more genetic issues. I've seen a lot of obese white cats. It's hard to tell if that's genetic or if that's just people overfeeding. Queen Maud says, with those eyes, they could have been David Bowie cats. Yeah. Oh, what's that cat? Is it Venus, the one that's like the black on this side, calico on this side? That one has dual bi-eyes.
Oh yeah.
This sits apart, and I don't like the fucking walk
There's a
on
curtain.
this one because Baba is looking in Flynn.
No.
And I don't like what happens.
Does he get in trouble?
No,
Oh.
he doesn't exactly get in trouble. Flynn just gets mad.
Flynn gets mad at him. You don't like it when people get mad at other people or people get in trouble.
No.
Yeah.
I only like Flynn when she's playing with the puppets.
Yeah, I understand.
And the baby Flynn.
That's where you're not gonna eat? Come eat, bud. No. Come eat. I know. He's like, why? What? Oh, food? Yes. Let's see if we can get this camera down here. Of course. Yeah, please, all your questions are welcome, so feel free, even if you think it's really dumb. Not. There are no stupid questions. Unless I change my mind. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, these are the first, not only the first white kittens we've had, but the first with like any kind of weird genetic thing like that where they have bi-eyes. We did guest foster some kittens that were polydactyl, so they had 6 toes. But they were only with us for a few days. Or a day, I don't even remember. Lady Green Eyes, you still out there? I saw you earlier. I was just gonna say on a unrelated, we just passed 2,000 followers over on our D Live, so shout out to the D Live community for supporting the Avalanche. Yeah, she was actually there for breakfast.
I don't know if it's this because it's salmon, and
Yeah.
I know she really likes salmon, or if it's it's like a shredded gravy thing.
Yeah, it could be
Pate.
texture and taste. Who knows?
Yeah, she really likes it. It's not very expensive.
Well, that's good.
It's like less than $1 a can.
How much is the Trader Joe's food?
It's also less than $1 a can. I think the Trader Joe's is 79 cents, and that was 89.
Okay. Sorry, folks. Yeah, I gotta have some
Somebody
human.
pee in the bed. Is that why it's all torn up?
I don't know.
Or is it just from this one?
Yeah, I don't see anything. That's fine.
There you go.
What is it?
It would be on the pad.
Oh, it's there. Yep.
Just pick up the whole thing.
Bed too?
Yep.
Who did we say? Oh, it was Tommy who's doing it?
Yeah. Can you put this in the trash?
Oh, you handed me that bad.
I stopped him
What
yesterday.
happened rock? Wait, did we just... Dad, what happened rock? It turned into something else.
Okay, I'll be out in 1 second. You need something else?
Put that, like in between, like in that plastic shelfie thing. Yeah.
Okay, Queen Maud says, I really admire you, especially for raising Sun and Jin up from their first day. Thanks for all your efforts. Of course, thank you. Alright, I will be right back.
What did that say? Really admire you, especially for
Raising Sun and Jin
raising
from their
Sun
first
and
day.
Jin from their first day. Thank you for all your efforts. Oh, yeah, that was kind of awesome. It's the first time I've ever had kittens that were 1 day old that, or less than 1 day old, that weren't with a mom. I'd had a pregnant mom and a couple moms with newborns, but to have them, on my own, where I had to take care of them solely by myself. I'd had kittens, I think the youngest I'd had without moms before that was only like maybe 3 weeks old. Maybe I'd bottle fed week-old kittens before, but I'd never bottle fed a kitten under a week old before that. So it was definitely challenging, but very rewarding. I was very proud of myself because first few weeks there it was just kind of like just taking it day by day, keeping them alive.
There's a nose ring on my kid.
Oh, that's because I washed my face. You didn't pick it up.
I didn't. It's in the
I
back.
took it off because I washed my face.
Okay. It's right by Mark. Yeah. I don't think Amanda saw this one. Oh, Lisa, hello. Lisa says, morning guys, dropping in for a coffee. Caturday Chat, welcome. Hello, hello. We'll get updates. Thomas over on Facebook says, how are they doing today? I'm from California. I'm in Whittier, Los Angeles. Miss my little kittens because they have a new home. Right on. They're doing good. We're in Los Angeles as well.
What was that in the stick?
Thomas says, how are they doing? I'm from California in Whittier, and miss my little kittens because they have a new home. So you're a foster as well, Thomas? Is that what I gather?
Or did
And
you
Lisa's
have
here.
to rehome your kitties? Hi, Lisa.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Sun and Jin, who are our last kittens, are now having the time of their life at Baker Blake over on Mixer, who adopted them. So they started a Instagram, thank you, Biscotti and Cannoli. So it's Biscotti _ Cannoli. And she's got some really good pictures, and I'm really jealous of whatever camera you have. I assume it's just a better iPhone than mine.
Yeah. Bridget's pictures are so much better than mine. We need new phones. Our phones are so old and crappy.
Maybe we should just get cameras.
No.
Those
That's
phones
stupid. I don't
are
wanna have to
stupid
do
expensive.
things.
They're too expensive. We'll just put one on the wish list.
Get a payment plan.
A payment plan? Ugh.
Or like, you pay every month.
Yeah, I know.
We can do it.
Wasn't Ryan Gosling just, wait, which was the one that started his own network?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry, my voice is very
Yeah?
like raspy today. It's very low.
Zingy Rose over on Mixer, good question, says, random question, but what % of litters end up having FIV, or FIV?
FIV. Don't know. We've never had it one.
Yeah.
We've fostered 80 kittens.
Yep.
And we've never had a kitten with FIV before. It's not that common.
Yeah, it's not
common. It obviously happens to cats who are community cats, outside cats.
Yeah.
But and there are a handful of cats at the
Rescue.
rescue who have it. But FIV cats, like FIV is very hard to contract. So a lot of people have a FIV cat even if they have cats that aren't FIV.
Yeah.
Because really the only way that they would get it would be like through a deep puncture wound or something.
Mm-hmm.
If your cats aren't fighters, then it's like, not likely.
Sure.
And also FIV cats can live for a super duper long time. Like they live a very normal life.
Yeah.
FELV, F-E-L-V, which is the feline leukemia, is much different. It's much easier to contract, and we have had kittens who didn't actually have it, but they tested like a week positive early on for it. But then later tested negative, which happens if you test them too young. The accuracy can be really inconsistent when you test them young.
Yeah.
And we believe that was an issue with the mom. The mom actually had it.
Right. That's right.
But so that's why they tested like a week positive, but then they didn't actually have it. And so with FELV cats, you really can't. Yeah, you really can't mix them together. Because it's really easy to contract. So most people, if they have a FELV cat, will just get like another FELV cat or whatever.
Yeah.
Or we have a room at the sanctuary that's dedicated to just those cats in there. I don't know how many are in there, maybe less than 10. I don't know.
Is that the room across from the webcam room?
Yeah.
There was only like 4 or 5 last time we were there.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not a lot.
Less than 10. It's not that many. It's just single digits. Just a few.
Lisa says iPhone 11, but I got it on a deal. Right on.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need to find a sale.
Yeah.
And just do it because we haven't upgraded
So that it's
our
only like
phones
$800 a
since-
month.
We haven't upgraded our phones
The 6.
since Iris was born. It's so noticeable when people send me like pictures and videos of them,
Yeah.
or I compare my photos of my kittens to Bridget's. I'm like, oh my god, it's terrible looking.
Ziggy Rose says, I only ask because the one kitten we saved that tested positive for FELV and FIV, so I was wondering. Right on.
Yeah, it happens to cats that are left outside. Feral cats, it happens to
Yeah.
a lot.
I mean, I think feral cats tend to be more, fighty.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it makes more sense. Yeah.
And they're just exposed to so much more,
Yeah. But if you get them young enough, you probably save them from the risk of that. Let's go over to there. Oh, the slideshow's on top of them.
So, I was thinking about that cat tree.
Uh-huh.
The bottom posts are all like,
Getting untangled?
yeah, they're like sisal, and then at the very top, maybe like 3 inches is carpet.
Oh, yeah.
And so all of the carpet on the top parts has been pulled off. And yeah, actually the cardboard got scratched, I think by Nova.
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking about pulling it out and taking the carpet off of those 3 places and just adding the sisal to it.
Sure.
Because other than that, it's still in really good shape. I mean,
Yeah.
I know we have others we can swap it out with, but I feel like
I mean, I think we should
just leave it in.
Yeah.
It's more trashed.
give it as much life as we can.
The one side of the ladder is kind of also.
Oh, yeah, the close side.
carpet's
It's
getting
pretty
really
shredded.
damaged, but
Yeah. Zingy Rose says, my daughter found her in time and she was on death's door.
Oh.
How long ago was that? And what's her current condition?
Mm.
Me too, but I feel a lot better.
Did you take all your vitamins yesterday?
I don't remember the vitamin part. But I definitely took all the recommended medicines and did all these other things.
Like what?
Like the tea, like I had the tea, which was also ginger, flavored lemon and honey in it, which are all things. And I had horseradish, which is supposed to do spicy things, which is supposed to help loosen as well. I did all of that. And mustard. That was about 8 months ago. All right, cool.
How old was the kitty when it was found? Is this a new person we're talking?
Zingy Rose, yeah, pretty new. Yep. Yeah. I think we got like a 20-second delay before they actually hear us say
Did
something.
you restart?
I did.
Okay.
Maybe 7 weeks.
Oh wow.
So
Little one,
about
yeah.
as old as these guys are.
Yeah.
They're a little bit under 7
Yeah,
weeks.
kittens are especially vulnerable when they're outside because, you know, they're
Yeah.
not vaccinated, their immune systems are not built up. They catch things so easily, and it's, you know, something like a virus that maybe an adult cat would catch and fight off, you know, within a few days or whatever, feel better. It could just be death for kittens. Like, it's just, kittens are so vulnerable. Look at that little.
They're not.
And they're vulnerable to heat, to, like, you know, not being warm enough, or
Yeah.
being too cold or too hot, or all that kind of stuff, dehydration. I feel like it's hard to keep a kitten alive when it's inside and you're taking care of it 24/7. So if it's outside and no one's taking care of it, it's like, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
survival rate is not good.
Yeah. Baker Blake, are you still out there? I wanted to know, are the kittens still secluded into like one part of the house, or have you opened it up at this point? What are you doing? She says, still here.
Doing that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I looked and she sent me a video this morning of them, and it looked like they were still. Can I change this?
You have to unlock
It
it.
looked like they were still in her room,
Yeah.
but they really enjoy having that like sliding
Yeah.
door, so they can just be, you know, sit on the ground and look right at the window.
Is this what you want? Just like a small, like that?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Maybe a little.
Might as well just do the. Okay.
That way they can see our faces, but also see the kittens.
Faces. I can crop that. Now let's see. Any
They're
other?
eating really well. Let me see. They're eating well. They're first starting to get softer.
Yeah.
Oh, grab their mice.
Uh-huh.
They're very purry, especially Polly and Arthur are very snuggly and purry.
Lisa says.
The other two are still getting comfortable, I think, with us.
The white ones.
Yeah.
Lisa says they stay in my room at night, but they come out in the main living room area when we're out,
Oh, nice.
closing off the other bedrooms and bathrooms.
Cool.
Good.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
How's your daughter being with them? I know for us it's really hard when we like let the kittens run around the house. A lot of times we'll just wait to do it until after they go to bed because they just like constantly want to like pick them up and move them around like they're toys or something, and you know. And those cats are pretty good. Most cats are pretty good about it, but I just feel bad for the cat. I'm like, this poor, you know, but.
Right now, all right, Lisa says, right now they're running around the living room like crazy while I have coffee. Well,
Nice.
It's basically the same experience.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Actually, our daughter Iris, our younger daughter, is actually better with the kittens than our older daughter is. She's more gentle, and when she she knows how to hold them properly, and when she holds them, she just mostly holds them still and just snuggles with them. Whereas Betty is the one who kind of wants to she's a little bit almost afraid, she's afraid to get scratched, and so she doesn't hold them quite as well. And then she is always trying to do, make them do stuff.
Yeah. She wants them to be a part of a story.
Yeah. She's like, here, I'm gonna set up this thing for you, and then you do this and do that, like her figures she's playing with.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you're so cute.
Yeah, he's the cutest.
You are so cute. He's the tiniest too.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought.
No, he's the
Probably
smallest.
might be small.
He's the little one. He's the little one. He's just so stinking cute.
He was
Oh.
sitting in the donut last night
Oh,
with
yeah.
the two of the other ones next to him, and I put a screen cap on. Sorry, you were just about to groove yourself, and I got you with a stretch. And I put a screen cap on the Discord, and then Sparkle Nerd, because I said King of the Donut, and then she photoshopped a picture of him with a crown and put it back on.
Awesome.
It's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Emote. I
love
might
that.
have to drop it in
I
the.
love that. Post that.
It's pretty small, but it'll work well, I think, as an overlay.
Oh my god, you're so cute. Hi,
I think
Ada.
I'll put it in the trigger that opens up Joyce from here.
Ada's the softest, for sure.
Lisa says she isn't really picking them up much, but definitely has a blast with the feather wand
Nice.
and is in heaven when they come snuggle her. That's
That's
awesome.
nice,
That
yeah.
sounds great.
Yeah, I have a couple pictures actually of our girls sitting on the couch with Son in Betty's lap and Jin in Iris's lap, and they're just all watching TV and snuggling, and that kind of stuff is great. They're great for that. Yeah, when we first adopted Aria, Iris was really little, and she would just pick her up and carry her around the house, and we were constantly telling her, put the kitten down, put the kitten down, put the kitten down. And then eventually Aria got so big that she couldn't pick her up. So
Yeah.
it kind of worked itself out, but it was a few months there of she was just picking her up because she could, and she loves her, all the time. And at that time she was so little that she couldn't really hold her the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Laurel seems to be very mature, grown up. I don't know. She's only 6, but not quite as. Oh, that's really cute. Oh, I thought he was in the donut with the crown on.
Oh, yeah,
So
well,
cute.
yeah, Photoshop it out.
You gotta put it back in.
Put it back in the donut.
Yeah, in the donut.
Sparkle Nerd, do a version of the crown with the donut still. It's Amanda's request.
Hi, Arthur. Oh, you're so purry. You're so loud and purry. These kittens love chin scratches. Love, love, love chin scratches.
Yeah, but
And they're all about it.
really good.
And even though I haven't trimmed their nails yet, they've been pretty good. The only time they really got me was when I was doing stuff to them. Trying to give them stuff they didn't want.
Lisa says sometimes she seems like 6 going on 40. Yeah.
That's better than 6 going on 16.
Which is Betty.
Yeah.
Although this past week she's been so much like better?
She's
like
7 now.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a milestone. 7 is the definitive age of when kids can start to self-regulate their emotions.
Yeah.
Before 7, it's not something that exists in kids.
Interesting.
Like the ability to like think logically about something and then go like, okay, I'm upset, but I'm not gonna
Freak out about
yeah.
it. Go to meltdown zone.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like stay calm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's insanely noticeable.
Like what kind of stuff?
Well, I mean, aside from just like the reading and stuff, just yeah, she's much more polite and yeah, still wearing.
She was being very polite at dinner last night.
Yes.
Was that
I've seen a
something
lot
that
of
she
that.
said she was gonna do? Or
No, I've
was-
just noticed that she's acting a lot more like that.
Nice.
Lisa says, "Oh, good, only 6 months till 7."
We had some rough years there, man. Betty is a very emotional
They both are. They
child
They
in
just show
different
it
ways.
different ways. Yeah.
In very different ways. Betty is like all heart on her sleeve, like puts it all out there, and she's very loud and wants everybody to know how she's feeling all the time. And
Yeah.
whereas Iris is
Very
much
secluded.
more introverted and gets sad and just says, "Leave me alone, leave me alone," and just wants to be alone when she's feeling down. Whereas Betty wants to like shout it from the rooftops. They both have their pluses and minuses. You kittens are so fun to watch. I've been really consciously trying to like spend more time
That's funny.
in
That's
this
exactly
room
what.
than I normally do.
That's what Miss D over on Mixer said. I love watching them.
Yeah.
They're very active. They're good. I'm gonna go to them.
Because I didn't
Wow.
get to like bottle feed them, or we haven't had them since they were really young. We haven't had kittens this old in a long time. Like to start out with kittens this old
Yeah.
in a couple of years probably. So like, you know, I feel like I need to make up for lost time and like sort of getting to know them and bonding with them.
Right.
Getting them comfortable with people. You know, it's always my goal when we adopt out kittens that they're like snuggly and friendly and
Yeah.
he's so cute. You are so cute. He actually like seeks out the like
Attention.
human
People.
attention, you know.
People
I
attraction.
feel like the white kittens are just like,
Yeah,
human.
they're a little
We
skittish.
want to play.
They've
Go
gotten
away.
better in the past 24 hours, but they're still a little skittish about being, picked up and pet and stuff. Like, whereas this one is all about it.
Holly too. She's super friendly. She loves to change scratches. And she purrs easily as well.
Yeah, she's the quickest to purr, that's true.
I feel like Tommy's the only one I
Hey,
haven't
Kid
gotten to
Gamer,
purr
hey,
yet.
Kid. I don't know.
I'd be like,
I
"Don't
can't
scratch."
remember which of the white ones I've heard purr.
I have purring earlier.
Interesting.
Tommy, your motor's broken. What's the matter?
Yeah, that's a purr.
You got a broken motor? Hmm? You like the chin scratches though? That's
Did you
good.
see Tommy? That's not Tommy.
Yeah, it is.
Nope, that's not.
Oh, this is Ada.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. Well, then your motor's broken too. I had your purring earlier.
If anyone wants to switch to Cam 2, go for it. It's too far away from me now. I need to bring in the
You need a remote.
remote. Yeah, you can do it. I think I still have to set it up, but you can have the iPad do it. Oh, a little better.
Arthur, you're tilting, buddy.
Oh, fun. There's some really good tabby striping on his face. It's really
Yeah.
very dramatic.
His pattern is nice, and like his
Yeah.
hair length is really nice.
Yeah.
He's got that tuft around his neck thing
Uh-huh.
going on.
He's gonna pass out if I keep doing this.
Yep. I'm gonna move it through.
Oh, clean up the tower.
So yeah, let's see, what other updates do we have? I said earlier we passed 2,000 followers on D-Live, so again, thanks to all the D-Livers out there. We're like 3 subscribers away from hitting 500 on YouTube. So if you have a YouTube account and would like that in your YouTube feed, go to Cute Avalanche or youtube.com/Cute Avalanche. Get us over the hump. We're trying to get to 1,000 on YouTube, so 500 would be halfway. There you go. That's math for you. That's why you're all here. And let's see. What else? He's out. In the
I weighed them all yesterday, and they had all gained about 1.5 ounces in 2 days.
Yeah.
They're all around 1.5 pounds,
Huh.
which is good.
Is this on lead? Oh yeah, it is. Oh, he woke up. Dang. Did you just met him?
No, I gave it to her. He was just curious what you were doing, I think.
Dang, I was trying to get that crazy pose close up. Should have just taken a picture. So yeah, he kind of has that very classic tabby M over his the ridge of his nose. It's not completely connected. It's pretty close. And then this, he's got these like this eye wing makeup going on. Very, very goth. Yeah, she's not so into that. My buddy. Misty says, I just want to stick my hands through the screen and hug them.
Are you falling asleep?
Put this back up here. Yeah. One day down the road, we'll turn all of this into a brick and mortar cat cafe. Whenever. And then your dreams of hugging the kittens from the stream are made real. Not these particular kittens, because it won't be anytime soon. Unless there's a willing benefactor out there who's like, I've got millions of dollars to spend. What could I do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Baker Blake says, oh, the apricot jam, I'm in.
Oh, with apricot jam.
Great.
Maybe a cat cafe.
Oh, is that, I thought you gave her, yeah, I thought you just meant it was good, but, oh, with apricot jam in the cat cafe. Got it. That makes more sense.
Yes.
If only we knew a baker to make some sort of easy to get pastries
To have with the coffee.
to have with the coffees. I don't know what the laws on that are. It might have to be packaged. You think you can just have an open, I mean, not open case, but just a...
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to...
Package
We'll have to-
is a thing that can happen.
Baker Blake, I don't understand. Don't make me laugh, because then the coughing starts. Excuse me. I was doing so good until just then. Yeah. I don't know how long. That's like, you know, a 4-year, 5-year plan. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
It's not really a 4 or 5 year plan. It's more of a like
When it happens, it
lots
happens.
of money plan.
I mean, yeah.
It's not like we have a plan in place to get all that money. So it's just like, if the money ever happens, we wouldn't wait for
I
5
suppose
years
that's accurate.
to do it,
Um,
right? We would just do it.
I guess, but I mean, there's at least a little bit of planning involved. Actual planning. Let's go to the 4. Ms. D says
I
it's.
think.
I'll read it in a second.
I think we should do research by like traveling and going to all the various cat cafes.
Yes, I think
Like
we
there's
should.
a cool one in Chicago. I think there are a couple in LA.
Misty says it's amazing what you're doing for them. I adopted my cat also when she was. Young. Had a bad start, and now she is grown up and so happy. That's awesome. Took me a second with that one typo, but I'm pretty sure I got that.
Sam and reading or,
Well, it was a thing. It's a...
tricky pair. Tommy's falling asleep now too.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Mr. Man. With the beautiful eyes. Oh, it's so pretty. Such pretty eyes. Pretty little pink toenails.
I think kid stuff. I think no.
So in addition to that little smudge, he's got like 2
Yeah, he's
little
got some
ears
smaller ones.
right there. on the
Yeah.
side.
I wonder if these will get more distinct when he gets a little older.
Probably.
Because I feel like this has gotten darker.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be like a full on like black spot.
Yeah, it's interesting. Alright, I'm gonna grab some more coffee.
Yes, please.
Okay, man in the chat.
Man in the chat.
Do we have raisin English muffins?
Uh-huh. They're in a bag.
You want one?
Sure.
Do they do something different? Do you not want that?
I want protein.
You want a regular English muffin with like turkey and cheese? Egg? Well, I'm
You
not
don't
doing
have
that
to do
right
that
now.
right now. Don't worry about it.
So what should I do right now? Just coffee?
Do you want to share it?
A raisin? Okay.
Oh my goodness. Alright. Arthur is sleeping in this bowl and he has his like, this is the side of the bowl and this is his head. He's like, got his nose and his forehead smooshed into the side of the bowl. And it's pretty cute. And Tommy, he just sleeping. So pretty. So pretty you are. Boy. Determined to like get these cats super, super comfortable with me. Turn them into purry lap cats. Yeah. I love their little pink everywhere, like their little pink toe beans and their little pink noses and their little pink ears. I've never had all white boxers before. Mm. Good. Good boy. Oh, there's some purrs. Hey, got some purrs for me. Good boy. Good boy. What are those girls doing? Yeah, I can't read the chat. I have to get up. Hard not to get attached to them. Yeah. Well, it's weird. A lot of times the kittens I don't really get attached to. Like we always kind of pick out a favorite or something out of each litter, but most of the time I get really happy and excited when they get adopted. You know, I feel like I'm like, hey, good for you. You can go start your life now. Mom cats, I get more adopted to when I have like a mom with kittens, because that mom gets really comfortable, and usually, like in the past I've had, when I get a mom cat, it's usually for like 2 to 3, sometimes 4 months, and I feel like they get so comfortable and they believe that like this is their home, and they get really attached to me, and then I give them up, and it feels a little bit like a betrayal, and it never feels that way when I give a kitten, you know, up. So the moms are a little bit harder. But with Sun and Jin, which was our last litter, I got extremely attached because, like I said, they were the first kittens ever that I raised from like 1 day old, bottle raised by myself. So I was super attached to those kiddos. That's why I'm so happy to have Lisa here reporting on their every move. She says, I have one in my lap, the other on my shoulder while I'm sitting on the couch. Oh, so cute. I can just picture it. So cute. And Jebber says the same. Pop-Tart, I'm hungry too. That's why Sam went to the kitchen. I don't remember if Sam read this or not. Misty said, it's amazing what you're doing for them. I adopted my cat also when she was... Oh yeah, he did read this. Hung and had a bed start, and now she is grown up and so happy. Yeah, it's so rewarding to like get a little kitty who's struggling and then nurture them and watch them thrive.
What are you doing?
Ada's ears are so much smaller than Tommy's too. That's pretty noticeable characteristic.
Come here.
What are you talking about?
Ada's ears are smaller than Tommy's as well. Oh, she's so soft. Holy
She
moly.
is.
They're all getting
Hey,
softer.
Jebber.
But she's very fluffy. I just had him purring when I was snuggling him in the bowl. Let's see if I can get her going.
Lisa says, I have one in my lap and the other on my shoulder while I'm sitting on the couch at the moment. Jebber says, same here. Excellent.
I was looking at Lisa's pictures of Sun and Jin and online and last night, a picture of Jin, and I was like, oh, I want to smoosh him in his face. What a beautiful
Jebber
stupid
says,
face.
all of my cats were strays or displaced. Right on. Thanks for giving them homes.
Good girl. Well, I did learn about these kittens, that they did not come through the shelter system. Somebody found them and called Kitten Rescue. Yeah.
Okay.
So they were found outside.
We don't know what
I
area.
think they were found. Actually, I gotta read that again. Because I don't remember if it specifically said the word found, or if it just said somebody called about them, which could indicate that it was like
A house.
in somebody's
Cat.
house, or somebody was taking care of cats.
Right.
Ferals or something.
Yeah.
Like an indoor-outdoor situation. Yes. So sweet. Good girl.
Settling in. Where's
Polly's sleeping on the scratcher.
Of course.
Polly, come here. Come up to the bed.
Jebber says they look very healthy. Yeah, they're doing good.
Yeah, when we got them, they had some goopy eyes, some crusty eyes.
Yeah.
So we gave them some eye ointment for that, and that seems to be pretty cleared up. They are sneezing. They have a little bit of runny nose. So they're on an antibiotic for that. And they were super bony, but they're already feeling so much better
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, they can considerably put on some weight.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like you could feel like their ribs and their spines so much from their backs, and now not so much.
Feel
Feeling
it.
they're feeling a lot healthier. I gave them a bunch of good stuff. I gave them some vitamins, like a super concentrated, high-calorie vitamin supplement. I gave them some probiotics.
Yeah.
They've been getting a lot of really good food. They got dewormer. They got vaccinated. So they're doing real good now. Get rid of their fleas. And now they're all passing out. Where's my coffee? Oh, delicious, glorious coffee. So what's everybody doing today on this Saturday?
Yeah, does anybody have any big weekend plans?
Yesterday was such a gray, glum, kind of gloomy day, and mine was like tainted with depressing, like I for those of you who joined us on Thursday night for our chat, I was texting during the chat a little bit because
that whole thing, yeah.
I'm a mentor for other new kitten rescue fosters, and there's a new foster that has had 3 kittens about this age, but they were very, very sick, and they were all under a pound, had diarrhea. One of them in particular was vomiting and was just very, very sick. And so I was texting with her to try and help, and yeah, and so I didn't realize until it was like we were doing our chat, it was like 10 o'clock at night when she told me how bad one of them was, and and I told her to contact our med coordinator so that she could get a vet appointment, and unfortunately the kitten didn't even make it through the night, which was really sad. So I woke up yesterday to like that news and felt really terrible and responsible, and it just kind of put me in a bummer mood all day, especially with our gray weather that we were having in LA yesterday. But today looks better, so, and it's Saturday. Yay, Caturday. You guys are so cute. I like how you came, like, to be closer to the other kittens. That was very nice. So cute. So anyway, I want to hear what you guys are up to this weekend. I need some good news. Work projects, playing some piano. Ooh. And Cat's will walk on the keyboard though. That's funny. Yeah, I wish I have that issue with like when I'm trying to do things on my laptop, and the cat's always walking across. And I always said I wish that like the laptop had some kind of function where you could like lock the keyboard or something, especially if you're just like having a video chat or you're like watching a video or something, so you're not actively using the keyboard. If you could like do some kind of lock function, that would be
For what?
great for the keyboard for the cats walking
Oh.
across. Although if you're trying to play piano and there's a cat walking across, then you know, not much you can do there. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like a duet.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing this weekend?
I don't know.
Anything
I'm calling it
exciting?
AAA.
Oh yeah, you gotta get your car started.
Yeah.
Sam hasn't driven anywhere in 3 months. His battery died.
Yeah. Hopefully it will take a charge and I don't have to spend my day getting a new battery.
I should have charged it with my car a while ago. I forgot about it. Pretty. You guys are so cute. Can I take a picture? Probably not gonna be able to get you all to look at me in my.
Deborah says, I write computer code, cats always mess it up. Right on. Lisa says, my car is in the same boat. Yeah, I'm sure it's, you know, an epidemic of its own. Car batteries. Like, and I knew better, and like I would just kept putting it off. I was like, I should go out and turn my car on for 10 minutes. I was like, I'll just wait until Friday. And then the day I did it, it did not. Jebber, what kind of stuff were you coding?
Hello.
If you ever want to do any cat-based projects, let me know.
Sorry, buddy. I'm not gonna disturb you anymore. You can lay back down.
Hi.
The edge of the ears are much more like up.
Yeah.
And Tommy's go out. And her ears are shorter.
That just made me hungrier.
Aw. I think that's why he got up too. He was like, oh, food? You're eating?
I would like this food.
Maybe I'll come check that out. Not sure if you want to go down that way.
You want a lift?
Oh, now you want to be super cute. Hmm.
Now you want to be super cute. So cute. Look at this belly. Look at this fluffy white belly.
They have this weird hair length where they're like not quite short hair, but
Yeah.
not quite medium hair.
Yeah.
Like, they're like Aria, where it's like long, but it lays flat.
Yeah. Hey, Means, you made it.
Hi, Means. Good morning.
Hey, buddy. Right on, Jebber. Cool. It pays the bills, man. Nice.
Can you put that on the counter?
Oh, Means says, I don't know about good.
Aw.
Morning.
Is it because you're awake?
Get some coffee.
Coffee time.
Coffee time. Excellent. See what I do there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, now we have the two white babies together. Oh, so pretty.
What's that?
So cute. So cute. Wow.
Mean says, I woke up about 2, oh man, and then tossed and turned a while, felt like hours, but when I looked back at the clock, it still said 2. Then the cat was scratching something that woke me up at about 6, but I'm here. I'll hopefully catch a nap later. Alright, Means. And,
So,
yeah. Egbata over on D-Live says, Kitty. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello.
Hey.
They're all pretty chill right now. They had their breakfast and then they got all their energy out. So now
I'm
they're
not
just
really understanding Polly's sleeping position right now.
she's looking at my feet.
Like, what's she doing?
She's either contemplating getting down, or Mean says, I spy a space kitty pillow. Yep.
Yes, we put out your pillow. This means you got us that right. I believe it was.
Sounds about right. How do you tell the white kittens apart? So the easiest way, and I don't know how easy it is for you all, but in real life, Tommy, who's this one, closest to Arthur, the brown one, has like a little gray spot. It's actually on this side. Right there. There's a little gray spot. And he is the bigger of the two of them. His ears are also a little wider apart. And she, the one in the basket, her ears are a little pointier and have like tufts of hair at the end. It's really hard to tell, especially on this particular camera. Yeah, I'm like looking at them right now. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how you all can tell apart from there. Maybe we should do the ear tip thing just so they can see.
He took his off
I
immediately.
know.
His ears are bigger. He's got that little smudge. He's just bigger overall.
Yeah.
His ears kind of point to the sides and hers stand more straight up.
So Tommy is the big white one. Ada is the one in the basket. Arthur is the tabby, and Polly is the calico. Me says, woohoo, 1 out of 4 right. You're like, what? How dare you?
I saw so many pictures of signage and I didn't get to post.
Yeah. The Cute Avalanche.
Hi, Tommy. You're so pretty. So pretty.
Also, Tommy's the one who pees on the bed. So, if you see that, then that's how to tell them apart. It's a bed peer.
Red letter.
Oh, we got some litter box updates from Means.
Yes, Means how's the
Means says,
living
I've been
saga
meaning to
going?"
say, though I forget and remember when you're not around, thank you, Amanda, for the secondary litter box suggestion. She has been consistently pooping in it every day. Yay, we fixed a cat. Jebber says, Ada looks more feminine in the face than Tommy.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yes. Definitely.
You want to move that thing in the background, the bed, out of the frame? So it's a clearer image.
Kittens. And everybody's asleep. Huh? Everybody's asleep. Good for you.
Mean says, I usually do that when I type litter. Wait, I always do that when I type litter. Usually I see it before I hit send and correct it, but I missed it this time. That's alright, I didn't even notice. I was like, wait, do what? I have to look back now. You have to make a really horrible typo for me to really get
Sam is like the
stuck
king of typos.
on both sides. Doing them and figuring them out.
Hello.
Gosh. Jeffer says, I didn't even notice Means. Yeah.
Too many pictures.
Lisa says, I wanted to tell you, son is obsessed. When Jin is in the litter, she almost got her head peed on.
Oh my gosh.
She won't let him litter alone. Jin is like that with food. If son goes to one bowl, Jin wants that one too. Yeah. The sibling rivalry is strong.
Yeah, I kind of remember that about the litter thing.
Yeah.
I feel like she used to go in and like cover his stuff for him because he wouldn't cover it.
Jebber said, you got son and Jen, Blake? Awesome. Yeah. Baker Blake is Lisa, who adopted son and Jin. And she has a Instagram set up just for them. At biscotti_and_cannoli. Which, if you look at like some of our last Cute Avalanche posts, you'll see a comment or two from her on that.
And I posted last night.
Oh, and
I
Amanda
tagged-
posted on her foster mom.
I tagged
Yeah,
her
that's
in the
right.
bottom, so people can click on that as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, I still have a lot more Sun and Jin pictures I wanted to post. But I definitely wanted to get like kind of the before and after of like the day that I got them and then
Yeah.
when they were adoption ready. Because I don't typically do that. That was such a like drastic change.
Yeah. I never posted the adopted pic. Like
I
I
was gonna-
like to do
I
like
was
a
gonna
graphic
do-
that has like a picture and then adopted.
Yeah. I
Right.
was gonna do like a side by side, like in Stitch or whatever, but you couldn't. It was like too close
Mhm.
of a picture. You know what I mean? So that you couldn't like with the ones where like I had them in my hand, you couldn't really
Yeah.
get a sense of like how tiny they were because
Sure.
it was like too close up. So I just did like a swipe thing.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 pictures of them on the first day that I got them, and then 3 pictures of them once they were like ready to be adopted.
I think the slideshows are better anyway. Jebber says, I'm sure they got a great home. Lisa said, we're in heaven. Deborah says, nice, I'm on Xbox, easier to look at everything on PC. Right.
Yeah, Lisa's home is amazing. Her family is amazing. They're awesome cat people, and they even have a catio.
Yeah, that was the
So
best
Sun
part.
and Jin will get to hang out safely outside when they get a little older. and
Yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna love that. I love it when I adopt people and you can just tell they're like full-on cat people.
Yep.
Like went to a lady's house to do her home check and like everything around the house was like cats. And they have like giant cat trees and like,
Right.
you know, then like you meet people who are like, oh, well, I don't want to put like a cat scratcher in my living room, you know. And it's like, well,
Well, then don't get a cat.
Yeah. And then there are those other people that just like go crazy and they
Yeah.
like buy everything for their cats and they're like, look at all these fancy things we have for them.
Right.
And I'm like, yay.
Yeah.
Like their cats are their kids. I like those people.
Yeah.
You guys look so peaceful. So cute. I haven't even posted these guys yet.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
I wanted to do that one of Sun and Jin first.
Yeah.
I know, I just got really like,
I know, it's been a busy week.
it's kind of weird week. Lots of other
Yes.
things going on in social media and I just was like,
Yeah.
needed to take a break.
Jebber says many people don't understand cats. I know that. Yeah. Yes?
Yeah. I don't even know that I fully understand cats. But I definitely have a much different understanding now than I did before we started fostering.
Sure.
That's for sure.
Means says, I think I tagged you in something Facebook last week. I can't remember what it was. I just tagged you in another, both of you. Okay, take a look later.
Yeah. I don't see. I can't look at Facebook right now.
Yeah.
I don't see Facebook.
I don't think I have it on my phone.
It's not on
either.
my phone, and I really don't look at it unless I'm looking for something specific. Especially, I don't know.
Mean says, I think they understand us. I think so.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Well, and like there was that thing I read recently about how like they know more words than dogs.
Yes. I think dogs know about 60 and
dogs
cats
know a
know
lot.
200.
No, dogs know closer to 100. I think. But cats it's like maybe double. Our cats understand us when we talk to them. I don't have just 800 million pictures on my phone of them sleeping.
Yeah. Jennifer says, yeah, we don't have cats, they have humans, right?
Yeah.
Move your hands above my phone.
No.
Ada looks up, please.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Look over here.
Lisa says, I just sneaked another spoonful of the jam. Excellent. Are you just eating that straight? What are you putting it on?
She had it on an English muffin, she said,
Oh, that
and
sounds
I
good.
think she was just eating some too.
Hello. Oh, sorry.
You were gonna get in a cute position and I messed you up.
Get some phyllo dough. Put it in that jumpy and make some turnovers. Is that what those are called?
Mm-hmm.
Those are, Amanda makes those every once in a while, and I'm like, those are the best.
So last year my apricot jam was like, I made 46 jars last year, and there was a lot of inconsistency from batch to batch. Like I had one batch that I accidentally put too much sugar in, and it was really, really, really sweet. And then I like kind of overcompensated by making a batch with a little bit less sugar, and so that one was kind of tart. And then I had a couple batches that like sort of cooked extra long, so they got a little like dark, yeah. So there's a lot of inconsistencies last year in my batches. So you did not get an extra sweet one, I think, but you definitely, the two jars that you got are very different from each other. Like one is a very light color and one is a dark color. And there's probably a little bit of difference in flavor, like one might be a little sweeter than the other.
Mean
One might
says,
be a little bit more tart.
I read something a while ago that I thought was very accurate about them being superior, but needing us as advisors because they do, I'm going to read, because they do weird, I believe that's supposed to be ish, because they do weird stuff. Lisa said I made a homemade English muffin for today. Oh, nice. I've always wanted to try that, making my own
Homemade English muffins? Ooh, that sounds tasty. How do you do that?
On a skillet.
Sounds tricky.
It is.
Ada.
Or at least the one recipe I looked up, you did it on a skillet. You like individually do them. It's very different than a lot of baking. Evan says, so cute.
Hello.
G's. It's censored skillet because it has that word in the middle of it. Yep, on a skillet. Jebber says, how do the sparks work or help? We'll gladly send some. So, sparks themselves are really just for fun. Since we're not partnered on Mixer, they don't have any kind of monetary value. Embers are the monetary thing. Embers work, if you're familiar with Twitch, Embers work like bits. So if you buy Embers and then use those Embers on our Mixer, we will get a percentage of that. They take, actually we get whatever it is, but I think they take their part on what you pay into it, something like that. Point being, if you were to PayPal us $2, we would get more of that money than if you were to buy $2 worth of Embers and then use whatever. But either way, Embers are the ones that turn into actual money for us, whereas the way Sparks work, if we were a partner, it acts as a like a bonus modifier on top of the Embers. Or, as Mean says, $1 a month on Patreon. Yeah, it's if you could spare $1 or $2 or $5 a month, go to patreon.com/Cute Avalanche, because since it's a consistent donation, we can actually count on it and be like, okay, we know we're gonna get X amount, we can do this. You know, it helps us plan a little more. Not that we're raking it in over on Patreon, but every little bit helps.
What is our current monthly
Patreon income?
Yeah.
That's like
$15.
$15 or $20. I haven't looked at it lately.
How many patrons do we have? Like 4
We
or
have
5?
4. Yeah.
What'd you get in your mouth?
Yeah, that's right. Patreon charges on the 1st of every month. Oh, and I may have a new Patreon specific perk coming to inspire a slightly higher donation base, but I have to do a few things to double check it. Yeah, if you do go on the Patreon, it's a little, it's there's only 4 people on there so far, so it's a little underwhelming perhaps. I try and post some exclusive content on there, like adopter updates and a few other things. If you're a Mixer user, there's a sub-only board that you can get to with Patreon access. And
Oh no. Be nice.
I'm gonna try and find some time to sit down with that and adjust it, make it a little more interesting and things like
Poor
that.
Polly.
Jebber says, cool, thanks. I'll go online when I get a chance to donate. Thanks, Jebber.
Polly was just minding her own business, sleeping. She got a claw in the eye.
Oh.
You know. Oh my God. It is crazy.
What's up?
I was gonna say at the very end, like right when I hit pause, she looked up at me, and I was like hoping that I got that look before before I ended it.
Mm-hmm.
I never did. So cute. I'm gonna have to empty my phone after this.
Yeah.
I definitely think like Polly and Arthur are the more chill ones, and these two are the craziers.
Right.
Crazy. I don't want to put them online. Like, when it's time for adoption.
Okay.
I really want to avoid that. Like, the way it worked out, how Lisa adopted Sun and Jin, was so ideal.
Right.
Because when we had our litter before Sun and Jin, our 4 pie kittens, when I posted them, like, for those of you that don't know or aren't familiar, we foster through a rescue group called Kitten Rescue, and so when the kittens become ready for adoption, they get posted on the Kitten Rescue website, and then people can fill out an application. So when I posted the pie kittens, I got like 50 applications.
Did you send it over to me?
In like less than 24 hours, and it was very overwhelming and really hard, really time consuming to do those adoptions, because there were so many applications to go through and so many people to contact. And so when it came time for Sun and Jin, luckily Lisa found us on Instagram and therefore found her way to the stream and had been following them since they were little babies. She applied early and she turned out to be a great candidate for them, and so I never had to post them online, which was great because they were so beautiful and so unique that I would have gotten twice as many applications probably. So I feel like when these 2 white kittens go up for adoption, because they're not only white and adorable but bi-eyed, it's good, the response is going to be insane. So I kind of want to avoid that if I can. I want just like a really good, perfect adopter for them to just kind of pop up in my social media or on the stream. So I don't have to, because you know, when you get that many applications, a lot of them are not very suitable. You get some kind of kooky people. Yeah, and I feel like, because there are a few social media accounts. Oh gosh, Anna, really? There are a few social media accounts of like white bi-eyed kittens, like on Instagram and things like that, where they're like followed by thousands and thousands of people, and they're very popular. And so I feel like somebody is gonna see them and look at them as sort of like a meal ticket in a way, like, you know, they're so beautiful and they're so unique, and yeah, so I feel like a lot of people who aren't necessarily, you know, into having cats, that just kind of want those sort of notoriety are gonna apply for them. Ada just like spilled that water bowl.
Oh,
It
man.
soaked the mat.
Yep.
But that's okay. I washed all the other mats, so
Okay.
I'm gonna
Good.
change it out with something. I did want to
Yeah.
trim their nails today. Or no? Yeah.
Deborah said I had a completely white cat that was deaf. I heard that's common. Yeah, it is. Yeah, white cats are prone to a kind of variety of genetic disorders. Lisa asks, what is the name for the bi-eyed For the bi-eyed color as a condition, you mean? What's the technical name for? I don't know. Offhand.
What's the
Like, what do they call when they have two colored eyes?
bi-eyed?
No, is there like a more technical?
I don't know. Yeah, chroma something probably.
Heterochromia? Something like that. Yeah, that sounds about right. Mean says, Amanda, you mean like Grumpy Cat or Sylvester?
Yeah.
What were you talking about?
Yeah, I was just saying that like the reason I want to avoid putting them online is because they have that potential to like people are gonna see them as like an Instagram opportunity kind of thing, you know?
Right.
Which I'm not against people. Obviously, I love that Lisa made an Instagram for her kittens, and
Right.
it would
It
be
just
fabulous
shouldn't be
if it
the
became
only
popular,
reason they want to
you
get a
know.
cat.
And like
Yes.
yeah, and I like it personally because that way I can just keep up with them, and like
Yeah.
I don't have to harass the adopter. So it's perfect for me too. And obviously it would be awesome if that became super popular, but I don't want that to be the reason
Yeah.
somebody, like I would almost rather the person who adopted them not even know that they were bi-eyed, just think they were two white cats, you know, or
Yeah.
whatever, like, yeah, just, you know, yeah, I just don't want people seeing how unique they are and like wanting to adopt them for that reason.
Yeah.
I want people to adopt them because they want two cats that are really energetic and crazy, you know. If I do put them online, I probably won't mention it in the description,
Right.
and I might just only post pictures of them sleeping.
Or just from one side, profiles. Means after her attempt to type that wrote, I need more coffee, as do I.
Yeah,
Do you
me
want
too.
more coffee?
Yes.
Alright, I'll be back.
Can I see how much is in there?
I'll swallow.
I need it to be hotter.
There's nothing in there. It'll be hot.
It wasn't last time. I need to like microwave it a little bit. Once.
It's steamy. Seems pretty hot to me. Alright, Lisa says. Wait. Oh, I had to just because my texting the pics to my family alone would have taken my whole day. Oh yeah, no. We're glad you set up an Instagram. That was not an instruction not to do that. Nori says, never enough coffee. I agree. Thanks for the follow, Troy. Speaking of Instagram, since we're in a bit of a lull, if you do have a fur pal and an Instagram account, I hope this works. This may not, I feel like this connection got broken on this service that we use, so I'm kind of looking at other options, but cross your fingers, let's see what happens. Use the Cute Avalanche hashtag, so when you post a picture, put it in the comments, and your fur pal should show up here on our Community Pets portal. but I honestly haven't noticed any user ones lately. I think I just reset this last night, so it may not have picked any up. So we'll see tomorrow. It was donut day yesterday, so I posted a kitten donut. Technically, I posted it twice. Apparently, I had already scheduled a very similar picture and didn't realize it. But there you go, there's a good picture of these guys. Yeah, I also created cuteavalanche.com/submit, where you can send us your pictures, and I will put them in our Instagram to show off your pets to our community. So feel free to use that as well. There's Sun and Jin. Everything good? Bravo.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay.
Just reading this cameras board thing.
Oh, okay.
Being incredibly rude.
Oh, be gentle, guys.
Where are they? So you can see in the front, that's Tommy. He's got that little gray smudge. It's pretty funny they were turning the bowl on him. He's back up here.
Ben is smart.
Why?
He's just smart in the way he deals with situations.
Uh-huh.
Situations that a foster cat with like a PA.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're doing a combo testing clinic
Uh-huh.
at KR tomorrow and Monday.
Okay.
Sunday is full. We still have spots for Monday. Monday might be already full actually by this point because I think she posted this yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, so part of me was like, they could get, it's too soon for them to get the vaccinations.
Right.
So if I took them, they could get combo tested and they could get microchipped.
Sure.
But then I was also thinking another week later, or 2 weeks, at the most, they're gonna get spayed and neutered anyway, and they could probably just get
Everything at once.
everything then. They could get combo tested and microchipped while they're getting spayed and neutered.
Sure.
And that saves me a trip,
Yeah.
because there's really no immediate need to get those things done right now.
Yeah.
But it's probably more cost effective for kitten rescue if I take them to KR versus having the vet do it during the spay and neuter. So I'm kind of been going back and forth about whether or not I want to drive out there on Monday.
Okay.
Or
Well, I mean, if you
not.
do, then, you know,
If I did, then Aria can come in
so
here.
Aria
And
can-
Aria's been trying to come in. And
Yes, she's
So-
been pretty persistent.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll write to her and see if they still have space.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be like the last time I was there for like 2 hours.
Right.
I probably won't have to get gas, but eventually.
Right.
Oh, Tommy, she's sleeping. That's so mean.
This
She's a sleeping kitten. Don't attack the sleeping sister. Hello. Goodness, you guys are cute. We gotta get a couple pictures of these guys, like in the sunlight,
Yeah.
so their eyes really show
Yeah.
well.
Oh my goodness. I have to take up the wheel.
I also charged your camera, so get some better pictures hopefully.
Who calls when you're taking a picture of taking a video of kittens? Some solicitor person from this city I can't even pronounce.
That's a weird made up place.
Right?
Okay. Are you doing
Is
the?
Tommy?
No,
Dana?
Tommy's down here.
Oh, okay. It looked like balls
Okay.
for a minute.
Alright. Are you trimming their nails or are you gonna do it later?
I could do it now.
Doesn't matter to me.
Are you ready to be done? Do you want to
Well,
stay
yeah, I
and
wanna
chat?
get my car taken care of.
I can do it and then we can be done, or just do it later. What do you want to do?
Yeah, do
Which
it
part
later.
is?
Let's do it later. I guess.
Like when?
I don't know.
It's funny, they haven't really gotten too interested in the toys
Yeah.
yet. They really just prefer to wrestle with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, they like the tunnel and like,
Oh,
this
God, oh, God.
ball tower. But
He was stuck on her face somewhere. I think he might have been inside her eyelid. I don't know. It was not good.
see, this is
She
why they
seems
need a
fine.
nail trim.
All
Because
right,
she
let's do it
did
now.
the same thing to Polly earlier. She got her nail in the corner of Polly's eye,
Yikes.
like,
Yeah, fine, let's do it. Where's my stance? Evan says, how is the morning coffee? Good. It's real good.
needs to be hotter.
I don't know what your problem is. Mine's plenty hot.
Mine isn't. Mine is warm.
Because you use an open cup. If you use something like this, it stays warm real long.
A to May.
Sure.
Um,
All right,
Ada-
Jebber.
Ada is
Thanks
a
for hanging out.
family name. I had a like a great-great-grandma named Ada, I think.
She's doing pretty good.
Yeah, they're nice and easy to see, which helps. Nice tight burrito going on here. I'm gonna do a switcheroo. She was also like this when I did her bath. She was very,
Calm.
yeah, very like docile and fluffy. Sweet.
Evan asks, how long before they can be adopted? About 2 weeks.
Yeah, so they are about 6.5 weeks old right now. When they hit 2 pounds, which is around eight weeks old, sometimes between 8 and 9, then she's falling asleep. Then they can be spayed and neutered. So once they've hit 2 pounds or 8 weeks, at least 2 pounds and at least 8 weeks, they can get spayed and neutered. So once that's happened, then they'll be ready for adoption. So probably in about 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
2 to 3 weeks. Which is kind of a bummer because
Yeah.
usually we have kittens for much longer. Hold on. Oh, she broke out. She broke out of my burrito. Hold on to it. Backwards. Girl.
No, he says such a chill cat. Yeah, she definitely is.
Good girl. She's so soft.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. She's still sleepy, so probably the best one to go with. But tell me that Arthur get their energy
Yeah,
out.
Arthur looks a little psycho right now.
Yeah. I suspect he's gonna be the hardest, even with.
No, I think Tommy will be harder.
Yeah.
Bigger,
Yeah.
stronger.
There.
He was the hardest to bathe. She's purring. She was like a burrito.
Means asks, have you seen a doctor for your coughs? No, not yet.
No. I was just telling Sam yesterday. I was just telling Sam yesterday. I was like, I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. I don't know if I should go to the doctor. you should go. The problem is that while our daughter's pediatrician is awesome, our doctor is horrible.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not
the
a
worst
fan.
doctor in the entire world. The office, everything about it is
It's
terrible.
also a very small waiting room, and I'm really
Right.
concerned with, the state of things that, like...
Well, and it's so dirty.
Yeah.
It's the dirtiest doctor's office I've ever been in my whole
Definitely.
life.
Yeah.
It's just horrible, everything about it. And I meant to sign us up for a new doctor
Yeah.
like a few months ago, and then just life happened and
Yeah.
it got pushed off because there wasn't an immediate need. So it's like, but then I don't necessarily want. We've actually, the last few times we've needed something, we just went to urgent care at the hospital rather than going. Sorry, honey, I got that one. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Bean says, do the girls have coughs? Take the girls to the doctor and cough while you're there. They might look at you too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iris does.
I actually-
Betty's better.
Betty is better. Betty's fine. Iris's has turned into a sinus infection as well. So I actually was talking to her about it yesterday and asked her if she wanted to go to the doctor. So I might take her in on Monday if I can get an appointment for her to go see her doctor.
Evan says, go find another doctor.
Yeah,
I
know.
wish it was that easy, but it
Really
takes
need to.
takes a lot longer than just.
The problem
saying
is,
that.
so before I was researching, going through the list of the doctors we could choose from, and I was Googling all of them, and they all had the worst reviews imaginable. They all sounded equally as awful as the doctor that we have.
Yeah.
So, it was kind of hard. It's hard to just look at a name and go, okay, I'll take that one,
Right.
because you don't know what you're getting. But yeah, we need to.
I don't know. I've been taking over-the-counter stuff all yesterday and did a bunch of other stuff, so I feel like, I'm obviously not 100%, but I feel a lot better compared to yesterday, where I was, when I breathed, I could feel it, and now I can actually, I know I sound like I can't, but I can actually breathe without feeling like I'm gonna die. So I definitely feel better. Hey Rizuko, what's up? Who's next? Arthur?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure he's not going in there.
Another one.
Hey, buddy. Hello.
You should do some close-ups of each kitten. Have you done that yet?
I mean, I had the camera down. Yeah. I did hold them up at the beginning, I think. Nori says Dayquil. Yeah, we're basically taking something similar to Dayquil.
It's like a
Robitussin
Thing that-
thing.
loosens your mucus and
Cold and cough
Expectorant.
expectorant.
decongestant.
Yeah.
Don't bite. Hey.
Get your face over there. Catch a whisker in there.
He's purring. You have the loudest purr of the bunch. Good boy, yes, switch arms.
Nori says NyQuil just has a bit to knock you out. Rizuko says, I think Arthur is my fave out of these little kittens. Yeah, he's super cute. And he's purring through all of this.
His claws are harder to see because his fur on his toes is much longer.
Yeah.
Hold on. Last one. Hold on. I know. Let's do your feet really quick.
Hi. Hi.
Mean says, I think I heard they can purr when they're scared. Have you heard that? My cat is often scared and it's for her. I have not heard that.
Kind of like when people laugh when they're nervous.
Sure. Are you checking this out? You're like looking at me put that up. Yeah?
I need your help.
Look at that.
Very last.
One more. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I saw that caption. That's your t-shirt of the day. Cancun people laughing Hernandez. Get your face up there. Alright, now to Arthur.
Yeah. He said that.
Scab?
Yeah. I think it was from the fleas, or it could have
Yeah.
just been from wrestling. Yeah, he's had it since it came. He's being so good. so I'm passed out.
Hey, Boogie Pop, how's it going, man? Rizico says, "Oh, Arthur, I would adopt you if I was in LA." Right on.
I think you and your sister like being greeted.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, this is cozy." He's got little on his legs.
Yeah, he's gonna be a big cat.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you guys should see if I get some of that action.
I would guess that, like, if the two of them get adopted together,
Yeah.
you know, when we see pictures of them, like, a few years down the road, he's going to be a lot bigger than her
Yeah.
when they're full grown.
Is that how you're gonna break it up? You think the two white together?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the human portion of the chat is wrapping up. So if anyone has any questions about the kittens or fostering or us or anything like that, feel free to ask now before we head out. But you can always tweet at Cute Avalanche or join our Discord or hit us up on Facebook with questions. Or whatever the closed caption just said to do. Go to the San Francisco corridor, is that what it said? Yeah, do that. They'll answer your questions right there. Oh, I can hear Amanda coughing all the way down the hall. Oh, thanks, Nori. I can see. Who didn't I do close-ups of recently? The two white ones? This is Polly. Oh, you guys you can hear her too. Yeah, she mocked my home tea, home remedy thing. It did real good. Gonna do a little more of that today. See if Tanya will let me pick them up. You cleaning your wounds? Can I get you? I know. You're not a big fan of the pickup. Alright, this is Tommy. He's got the gray on his head. Not again, Evan. I've basically had this for a month. It's just kind of progressed to a persistent cough. Wish we had a little better light back there so you could really see his eyes better. I know you can see that that they're different, but I haven't been able to get the darker one to really show its color yet. And so this is Ada, and she's got the same heterochroma going on, exactly the same dark green on the technically the left. For you guys, I think it's the right, and then the blue on the other. I know. Put you down.
I love it how, like, when one of them decides to use the litter box, they all go, "Oh, yeah,
I
that's
also
the thing
should do
do."
this. Yeah. Smoke says, "Oh, so cute." Yeah, they're very cute.
Yeah, I probably would not have picked a group of this age
Yeah, if
if they hadn't been so freaking cute. I wouldn't have picked, like, I wouldn't have,
That's what he means.
like, even though she did the post of, like, all the different litters that had come in that day.
Right.
If it hadn't been for this particular litter, I would have just gone, "Oh, look, they got a bunch of kittens," you know,
Yeah.
and still would have
Waited a day or two.
been on a break still.
Meme says they use the litter box like we yawn. Like
Right,
one person
exactly.
yawns and yeah.
Yeah, I may have emailed and been like, "I'll take that, Mom," and Baby's like, on the weekend or something,
Right.
you know, but I might not have. I might have just waited to see what happened. And actually, about that, so for those of you who weren't here, we, I can't talk right now.
Yeah, switch it up to the ginger tea. Yeah, I am picking you up because you are the softest kitten. She really is the softest. Hi. You want to get down?
I feel like a smoker.
Yeah.
Like whenever I used to visit my friend who was like a really heavy smoker, every morning she would like just be coughing up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when we adopted Sun and Jin out, our plan was to take a few days off to just recharge, and like the second day, so we had one full day off, and then the next day was the day that we got, that was the day we got these guys. So actually the day after Sun and Jin were adopted, the nursery manager from Kitten Rescue posted a bunch of pictures of all the kittens that they'd taken in that day. She said, you know, big intake day at the nursery, and she posted all these photos of these groups of kittens, and that's when I saw this group of kittens, and I immediately was like, oh my god, those are so beautiful. I want those kittens. And so I sent an email out to our foster coordinator to find out if they already have foster or not. And then the next day I went and picked them up. So what was my point of that story? Oh, the mom and babies.
Right.
So I was saying to Sam, like, the only other group I would have been interested in if this group had already had foster would have been potentially the mom. It was like a fluffy gray mom with like maybe 4 or 5 babies who all looked like her. They were gray. They were kind of all one color, and they were only about 1 day old. But I found out something interesting about them.
Yeah. 2
of those kittens were born with twisted legs.
Oh.
So, yeah. And I think that the kitten lady maybe had a kitten like that recently, within the last year or so, and so she did some videos about it. I feel like, I know that she had the one kitten that had swimmer's legs, where the legs like pointed outward, and she needed to be like, she would tape her legs and kind of put, you know, she did like physical therapy with her to get her to walk straight, and it corrected on its own as she grew, but she like taped them so that they would be in the right position.
Wow.
I don't remember if that was her that had a cat with twisty legs or somebody else.
That's crazy.
But basically, yeah, you know, there are different severities, and sometimes they can learn how to
Correct.
Yeah, like you can kind of correct it with physical therapy and different things like that, or sometimes if they're just like completely not functional, that's what we'll recommend amputation, just so that they're not being like dragged and stuff, you know. But yeah, so it'll be interesting. I don't think they're that severe. I bet that these kittens will be able to be okay with a lot of physical therapy stuff. So like Waverly McTiny Beans is another sort of very popular kitten on Instagram, and she's a kitten rescue kitten. And when she was brought to Kitten Rescue, she was paralyzed, and now she can walk. And they just did all this physical therapy. They did a lot of water therapy and like acupuncture and a lot of different stuff with her. And yeah, she's awesome.
Sorry, to catch up on chat, Mina says, you sound like a smoker, you both do. I'm not picking on just one of you today.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I've never smoked, I've never been a smoker my whole life. But I know what it's like because I've been around them. My best friend was a super big smoker. So she lived in Michigan, but when I would go and stay with her, every morning I'd hear her cough and I'd be like, oh my god, how can you stand that, you know?
I need to go blow my nose. Evan asks, how are Sun and Jin, by the way? Do that.
Hey Evan, Son and Jen are doing great. Baker Blake, who adopted them, Lisa, was in the chat earlier. I don't know if she's still here or not. She may have run out, but they're doing awesome. And I don't know if you heard, but they have their own Instagram. It's biscotti and cannoli. So like biscotti _and _cannoli. So you can follow them. And if you go to my most recent Instagram post, there's a little like link to their thing, but it sounds like they're doing awesome. They love being able to look out the big windows that she has, and they're being very snuggly and settling in really well. Playful and snuggly as usual. And blocking all the kitten action. The girls playing with the ball tower. These guys have been pretty active today. It seemed like yesterday, every time I checked in on the stream, they were all just passed out sleeping. But they're being pretty active today. They just took a quick 20-minute nap while Sam and I were in here chatting, and now they're up again. And they're getting so much like heftier. When they came to us, they were so bony. And they feel like when you pick them up now, they just feel so much more solid in your hands. It's a nice feeling. Look at these girls. So cute.
Yeah.
We did notice though that like the white kittens are kind of hard to see on the stream.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, Ada was sleeping in this cat bed with this white blanket, and you couldn't even see her.
Yeah, we need to get darker
I'm gonna
blankets.
swap this out actually.
Black blanket.
You know, I'm gonna use that gray one I was just using. Yeah, I feel like we should put like the solid blue
Sheet on
sheet
there.
or something.
Sure.
And the purple one.
Baker Blake says, just coming back, I was texting you pictures, they were being crazy with the feather one. Rizko says, Baker, that's amazing. Ian says, generally we don't notice smokers when we cough like that. It's just become normal. I should just speak for myself. Right on. It's like playing Where's Wally, fighting the white cats on the stream.
Yeah. Right.
What's up, Heinz? Welcome back. They're all over here now. I'm gonna get rid of that picture.
They're all playing in the tunnel. And they've been using the cardboard stretcher, which is nice. They're pretty smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ada and Tammy were both sitting on it and scratching.
Right on.
And I replaced that ball, the ball on the shorter piece of the cat tree had like disappeared. I don't even know what happened to it.
Huh.
So I replaced it yesterday.
Child.
Hi,
Hello,
honey.
Iris.
Do you need something? You want a pet?
Heinz over on D-Live says, yo there, it's nice to catch you all live once again. Hope all is well. Yeah. Going good. Lisa says, I probably need to head out though, or I probably should head out though. Need to get moving. Nice chatting. Happy Caturday. Happy Caturday, Lisa.
Saturday, Lisa.
Thanks for the updates. Yeah, on the human side of things, it's wrapping up in here, Heinz. Well, we may be in and out of the room a bunch of times today. Actually, while I'm here, I want to update that one thing that I set up. Commands. Where is it? this? It's not that one. Shoot, where is that thing? Might be this. It says triple lurking. Nice. Meme says, hi Iris. Out of that. They're all over. Do you know which one that is, Iris? Do you know the?
It's the girl.
Yeah, that's Ada.
The boys is in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong count. These guys. Evan says, I never lurked.
Mama, the boy let me pet him.
Cool.
For the first time.
The white one, Tommy.
Yeah. And both of the white
That's the
ones
girl.
are so cute.
We'll put that one on the back.
No, she was just petting her on the back.
Cool. I should probably swap out that
Pat.
mat, yeah.
Sure. Alright, well, we're gonna take care of the car. I guess. Anything else we need to say on chat?
I don't think so. Oh, I was thinking about all the cough conversation.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to let the people know who don't know that we were tested and we are negative for the
For the
thing.
thing. That
So
we
that's
were-
not that. It's
Yeah,
just
it's definitely
bronchitis.
like a bronchitis. Could be sinusitis, but
I think it's developing into sinus
sure.
infection rather than bronchitis. Well, I think it's both now.
Right.
At least for you and Iris, for sure.
Yeah. Well, cool. That'll wrap up the human portion, although I think Amanda and Iris are going to stay in the room for a little while.
But I just realized, like, when somebody had said, did you guys see a doctor for your cough? I don't remember who it was, but
Oh, sure.
we, like, talked about how our doctor sucks. And
Yeah,
then we didn't address, I wasn't sure if that person knew
sure.
that
Yeah.
we were
Yes.
tested
We
and
were tested
And
for
negative.
the big C, and it was not that. I
Yeah.
came back negative. Means asks, have you ever had a flu shot? It's been a while since
I
I've
have
a flu
had one, but we don't get them regularly.
Yeah.
I've had one in the past, but in recent years, I've found that I'm not really.
Oh, Rayhan. Heinz says, I just followed on your Theta channel. Yeah. That's kind of a holdover from when they were a little more open, and now I think they kind of made it more like the streaming aspect of it's more invite only, so we haven't, at least not to my knowledge, we don't actually stream on there anymore. But who knows, maybe they'll re-invite us sometime soon. I tried, but never heard back from them. You're new to it as well, yeah. I think they need water.
Oh yeah, because they dumped it.
Right. Mean says, I heard a month or two ago that people test positive. They had a flu shot in the last 3 to 4 years. Oh,
Weird.
interesting.
People tested positive?
Because it's all stems from the
Weird.
same.
Yeah, we don't get flu shots.
Yeah.
The
Generally hasn't
last
been that
time I
long.
had
Alright,
one was
that- yeah,
many
it's
years
been
ago
longer than
before I
that.
had kids. I just feel like I know so many people that get the flu shot and get sick anyway.
Yeah.
Like there's no way of knowing which strain of the flu is going to be going around.
Right.
It's kind of like, you know. I just feel like if you build up your healthy immune system, you
Yeah.
know, and that's, if I were like a senior, I might,
Sure.
or somebody in a sort of a higher risk group, but
Evan says, I've never had the flu shot, maybe when I was a baby.
yeah, like our kids are vaccinated,
Are you trying to get up here?
but we just don't do that.
Yeah.
They're vaccinated for things like, you know, measles and
Right.
polio and that kind of stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna step out and, excuse me, run the end of, this is my new end of chat function, which mostly I think for you guys is just gonna turn the closed captioning off. I don't remember if I set anything else up on it yet. But thanks for joining us. I think Amanda and Iris will still be in the room, so don't go anywhere.
I'm
Are you
going.
leaving? Oh,
I have
okay.
to- I got pee.
We got stuff to do. We haven't really had breakfast yet. Our next chat is Monday at noon, but obviously we're in and out of the room all the time, so
Well, we haven't done the feather one with these kittens yet. That'll be
that's
fun.
true.
We'll do that later.
So cool.
I'm gonna come in a little bit and change this map, but I have to.
Okay.
I need to pee.
Okay.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for hanging out. And I'll put this camera back. I'll switch
Is that your
cameras.
second time with him?
Ooh.
Which one's your favorite? Him or who?
Definitely.
Definitely him. Definitely Arthur. He is the snuggliest, for sure, of the group. The other ones are really playful, but he.
I'm gonna mute for
He
just a
likes
second
to
while I move this camera. Great.
Mama,
Yes, honey.
Alright, I'm stepping out,
this
Kim.
my one again.
That's Tommy.
Oh yeah, Tommy. Oh, you're so cute.
Alright, I think
Alright.
Mommy and Dad are
Iris,
stepping out,
come
so
on
you gotta
out,
say
honey. Hey, you.
My new favorite kitty is here.
Your new favorite kitties in there?
Yeah. I put him in there and he was, but at first when I showed him it, he was a little bit scared. But then I put him in there for my goodbye, and he realizes just like me, except gray. Stop coming, my hand around here. Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
Come on, girl. I gotta get out of this room. I have stuff to do. I need to go eat. Come on. Come on. Iris? Honey, your shorts are on backwards. How did you put shorts on backwards?
I wanted to.
The zipper and the button are in the back. How did you even get those on? Did you just pull them on?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
with my eyes closed.
Oh my goodness. You're so silly. Come on, you.
My shorts are on backwards.
You got dressed in the dark this morning. Come on. We'll come in a little bit, okay? When I come to change the pad, you can come with me. Mommy's gotta get some breakfast.